Hey guys, how's it going? GojiWan here, and if you're new to the channel, welcome to the dungeon! Anyway, so, it's Wednesday VO Day, so, for those of you who don't know yet, I'm actually part of a local voice acting community called Vocalliance, and, thanks to Inka, one of our members, she organized a October event called Voxtober. So we pitch in submitting voiceovers, reading poetry, short stories, some even read off graphic novels. So my submission for day one, though technically it's October 2, is an excerpt from Anne Rice's Wolves of MidWinter. This was probably the last book I read. I was really into Anne Rice when she started her Vampire Chronicles, and I know she had several other stories after that, but when I found out she got into werewolves, that pretty much piqued my interest, so I got into it as well. Anywho, without further ado, here's an excerpt reading. Reuben began to doze. He shook himself awake and pulled the soft, shapeless collar of his robe close around his neck. He had a sudden awareness that somebody was close to him. Somebody? And it was as if he'd been talking to that person. But now he was violently awake and certain this could not possibly be so. He looked up and to his left. He expected the darkness of the night to be sealed up against the window, as all the outside lights had long ago gone off. But he saw a figure standing there, looking down at him. And he realized he was looking at Marchent Nideck, and that she was peering at him from only inches beyond the glass. Marchent, who had been savagely murdered in this house. His terror was total, yet he didn't move. He felt the terror, like something breaking out all over his skin. He continued to stare at her, resisting with all his might the urge to move away. Her pale eyes were slightly narrow, rimmed in red, and fixing him as if she were speaking to him, imploring him in some desperate way. Her lips slightly parted, very fresh and soft and natural, and her cheeks were reddened as if from the cold. The sound of Reuben's heart was deafening in his ears and so powerful in his arteries that he felt he couldn't breathe. She wore the negligee she'd worn the night she was killed. Pearls, white silk, and the lace. How beautiful was the lace! So thick, heavy, ornate. But it was streaked with blood, caked with blood. One of her hands gripped the lace at the throat, and there was a bracelet on that wrist, the thin, delicate pearl chain she'd worn that day. And with the other hand, she reached towards him as if her fingers might penetrate the glass. He shot away and found himself standing on the carpet staring at her. He had never known panic like this in all his life. Hey guys, hope you enjoyed that little excerpt reading I did. And I also hope you like the little setup I have over here. I actually got myself a 10-inch ring light via Lazada, which is kind of like an equivalent to Amazon, at least here in the Philippines. And they're not paying me, by the way. I'm just wanting to share. But speaking of sharing, if you guys happen to be living in the Philippines or even just visiting, and you also are interested in getting into voice acting, I'd like to invite you to check out Vocalliance's Facebook page. Just to give you a background, Vocalliance is a nonprofit organization comprised of voice actors, veterans, and noobs like myself, as well as other people in the industry. Now, we get together and share ideas on self-improvement, how to behave in the studios, and that sort of stuff. But we also have what we call voiceover workouts on Thursdays, Philippine time, mind you. But we actually get into a group, we read a couple of scripts, and our voice coaches give us some feedback. They direct us and even have us try to experiment with different characters, which is a whole lot of fun, especially if you're being coached by a whole bunch of crazy people. I'm not kidding. But anyway, so if you guys like the video, please do leave a like, and if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button and the bell so you'll be notified whenever I upload a video. So, Wednesdays, I upload voice acting videos, and Saturdays, I do gameplays. But I may throw in a surprise Let's Play every once in a while. So, anywho, GojiWan here, and I'll see you guys in the next video.